Hey guys, welcome to a brand new Slay and Shade. Today we're going to be talking about Nicole Concilio. This has been one of my most requested Slay and Shades, so I'm happy I'm finally getting to it. I didn't know too much about her when people first started requesting that I do one on her, and now I feel like I know too much. So after a while of watching a lot of her videos and everything, I feel like I have a pretty good opinion of her. These videos are not meant to like harass anybody or bully anybody. It's just me doing a very, very mediocre eye makeup look and talking about, how I feel about other influencers. And it'll be nice to take a break from Shane Dawson, Jake Paul videos, which is just saturating YouTube right now. I might do a video on my opinion on like the whole series once it's over, but I'm just so tired of it right now. So we're going to talk about makeup and we're going to talk about Nicole Concilio. So, and forgive me if you hear me wheezing a little or if I'm coughing. I'm, trying to get over this sinus thing. It's pretty humid out today and I have asthma and allergies and I can feel it all just coming on, so I do apologize. So far today I went in with the Skin Perfect HD Foundation from Kokie Cosmetics. If you are just a strict cruelty-free and vegan like brand user, I'm a little confused because it doesn't say that this is cruelty-free. It does not have like the little bunny or anything on it, but on their website they say that Kokie, I believe it's Korean for elephant, and that they do not test on elephants or any other creatures. So I was like, oh, well, why isn't there like a cruelty-free thing? So I emailed them like, are you guys cruelty-free? Are you guys vegan? Why don't you have like the little bunny thing? And they just responded with yes. So I don't know, you might want to do some more research into them if you are a strict cruelty-free brand user, because I don't know what's going on with that. I also went in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I'm really liking this combination a lot. My light is going sort of dim and my tripod's messed up, like I said, so I apologize. I'm trying to get like the most perfect angle that I can where you can see me. And I'm not that tilted, so I am very sorry. Today I'm actually going to go in with a new palette that I got last week. It is the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette, and I'm a Zoeva fan of their brushes and of the Spring Spectrum highlighting palette, but I've never used their shadows. I did swatch a bunch of these colors because I wanted to see what like the color payoff was going to be. One of the things here is this one that's called Edible Gem. I'm so sorry. It's so hard to see the gold. This is like actually in person a very deep, dark, almost purple brown color with like little shimmers of like gold. I really want to try this. I'm surprised because this color right here is actually like really, really, really orange. So I think I'm going to stick to a couple of the shades here, maybe like this one, and then go into that one there. I'm a little disappointed that there's no mirror, but that's okay. I'm still excited to use it. And I like the whole like caramel, and they have one that's like coffee or cafe or something. I kind of like that whole vibe for fall. So we're going to get right into it. I am going to use a little RCMA powder because I don't know if these shadows have a lot of fallout or not. So I'm going to do, if I can get my mirror straight here. Okay. So Nicole Concilio. I have to tell you guys that that aside from a really shitty thing that I said in my Thrift Thick video, I do not normally or like really rarely ever talk about somebody's appearance. And that's how I like to keep things. However, with Nicole Concilio, part of why it's hard for me to watch her is actually partly because of her lip injections. I thought that she was just so cute, so adorable, just so perfect before she had all of this work done. So, I mean, it's just hard for me to watch her, like, swatch all of these lipsticks, and she's like that. I mean, I am totally down with cosmetic surgery. I'm totally down for you doing you, whatever makes you feel good about yourself. It's just hard for me to watch her lips that are out so much and her veneers, and I just don't understand. I just think that she looked fine before. Okay, let's see how this goes here. Like I said, I'm not trying to be mean. I really do think, your body, your decision. I have always been that way. I wish that she would just calm it down just a little bit, because I really think that it's a little too much. So far I'm liking the way this is blending. This is going to be a pretty simple look. I'm just probably going to use this shade and that edible gem shade. I'm going to see my niece at a dance class today, so I don't want to go like too crazy. So anyway, so back to Nicole, sorry. I feel like she's kind of full of shit. And the thing is that if you don't know who she is, she ended up like creating this really neat invention where like she can shrink herself down to be like this big, and she can insert herself into Kylie Jenner's asshole. That's where she resides when she's not on social media. And it is something. I have never seen somebody so like ass kissing before. And not just with Kylie. Like most of her reviews on things are positive. If you ever happen to see her comment on another beauty guru's Twitter or something, she's always like kissing their ass. Nobody is that positive, and not all makeup is pretty and cute and pigmented, that she needs to give almost everything like a really good review. It's just annoying. And when people do things like that and they're giving these great reviews to products, to like everything, and they want that PR and we know it, you know that they're shady because you can't trust them. So she does have this obsession with Kylie Cosmetics, and she knows that everybody knows that about her. Sometimes she makes fun of herself. Sometimes she gets really defensive. I do find her to be a little bit rude to fans. Just like she kind of just talks in this condescending tone to them that I don't care for at all. Makeup skill wise, I don't think that she's bad. She's better than I am, that's for sure. Believe me, I'm very self-aware that I have very little skill here. I do like some of her looks, but her channel's just so boring. It's the same brands, the same type of looks with the same type of shadows, and it's just boring to me, and it's annoying that everything is so positive and upbeat, and it just seems so phony to me. That's why I don't like dig that kind of shit, because nobody is in real life that positive. I know it's nice to be that way, for your audience and stuff, but tone it down just a little bit, because like the quirkiness sometimes comes off really phony to me. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that or not. But she does have a complete hard-on for Kylie. And it's interesting because in a video not too long ago, she did actually swatch a collection of Kylie's. And I found it pretty interesting because she was swatching this one shade that was sort of like a purple, like a dark purple, like burgundy kind of shade. And she swatches it once and she's like, oh, it's so cute. She swatches it again. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. Then again, oh, after the third time, it's so pigmented. Everything's pretty cute or pigmented. It's ridiculous. But you could see that there was no pigmentation to that particular shade, that she had to go over it and pretty harshly 3 times to get like that payoff. So when she's sitting there saying that something is cute and pretty and pigmented and we can see it's not, that makes you fucking shady to me. That makes me feel like you just love getting the PR. You just love Kylie Jenner, you know? And I don't really get that. Like, I just don't understand why everybody is so into the Kardashians and the Jenners. That's a whole different story. Props to them for creating all of this from nothing, you know what I mean? But it's just, I just don't get it, you know? I tried the Kylie palette that had that really awful smell to it. I tried that because a friend had it, and I didn't really see anything that great about it, especially when you can't do any returns, and, you know, some of it is just not worth the price, I think, in my opinion. But anyway, but our girl Nicole, she loves her. And like I said, you know, it's not, it wouldn't be a big deal of her just being so positive if she wasn't just flat out lying in some of her videos when she's like, oh, this is so great. Oh, you only need like 1 coat of this, but she uses 2. Or when she says, oh, I love how this shade makes my teeth look so white. You are wearing veneers. Like, we know this. It's just, oh, she just tries like way too hard, I think. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna take this Edible Gem shade, that one in the bottom. I hope you guys can see those like little flecks there. I want to see how this goes on with a brush first, if I can find like a decent flat brush somewhere. I think this one might work. So I just find that to be kind of like phony, and I just don't really trust her because of those things, because we know that some of Kylie's products aren't that great. So when you're going to keep reviewing them and keep telling us that we should buy them, even though we can see them underperforming, then I don't trust you or your reviews. You know what I mean? It's also come to my attention just like last week or so that she was actually on the side of James Charles to do that whole Netflix thing, you know, that Marlena was approached for and James had to get like super butthurt over. And she was like, yeah, it should be like James. Honey, like, I understand she kisses all of their asses and stuff, but really, like, no. I don't want to get into all of that again because I do have a James Charles video planned that I hope you guys will like, because I do tend to like him sometimes. I just feel like he needs to get over himself, like I said in my last video. So anyway, so Nicole, I feel like she is one of the people that we need to get off of the top. And it's mostly because she's just so phony, and you can tell that she doesn't have like that passion for makeup. It's money, it's fun, it's free product for her. So I don't know that the shimmer is actually showing up very well. I can't even really see it. It just looks brown. I like the shade of brown, but I'm not seeing like the little flecks of like shimmer in it, which is what like I kind of got this palette for. I'll have to take a picture of it whenever I'm completely done and like see how it goes. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go in with the crease shade, and I'm just going to bring it down a little bit because I don't think I'm going to do any liner today. I tend to get emotional with like cuteness overload with like my niece and my nephews, and I don't want to be crying and have like eyeliner and everything all over the place today. So what do you guys think of Nicole? I'm not saying that she's a bad person. It's just really odd to me because she'll be like on Instagram, she'll have pictures like, oh, no makeup, or, you know, no foundation, or, you know, something along those lines, but she will have foundation on. Or she has like these posts that are sponsored, and she tries to like make that not an issue, but it is. You know, she has one where she's not, it doesn't look like she's wearing any foundation, but she uses this filter to make her skin like look absolutely flawless. And I'm just like, why not just be honest? Just be yourself. I mean, there's so few people that are authentic on here anymore, you know? And like I said, all of her reviews are just, I'm going in with the Benefit Roller Lash. I will use a little bit of this to kind of bring those up. I mean, I'm not mad at this look. It's kind of what I wanted minus the shimmer. But I'm gonna have to use this shadow maybe wet, maybe with my finger, and then like see how that application goes before I give it like a final, is it good or is it not? So I also feel like she is really lacking any type of humility. I mean, it's just all about stuff with her, you know? And that's sad, you know? Like, it would be nice to see people on the top that really didn't take it for granted, you know what I mean? Or were just really creative and really fun and really giving us like this different kind of content with different types of brands. And she's just not it. I'm going into the Starlet palette from Gerard Cosmetics, and I'm going into the shade Grace for my highlight. I know I gotta start using a different highlighter, but this one is just so pretty and it's nice and soft. And that's kind of what I want to do today because I'll be around a lot of little kids. So I don't trust her. I don't know how she got this far, really, because I find her to be kind of unwatchable just because you know that she's going to give it a good review. You know it's the same bullshit. It's just too much. It's too much. So when you're saying a product's good and it's actually not, that's why I think that you're like kind of shady. I'm going to go in with the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Just add a little color. Oh, I love the way that this stuff smells. So you guys have to let me know how you feel about her. Now, I'm not saying that she's some shitty human being. I just think that she just does not give me the vibe of like, oh, I'm so into makeup. I'm so, you know, into doing like these creative looks and, you know, I'm so lucky to be here. I don't know. I just don't find that vibe from her. And I also don't like when she like tweets back at like fans and stuff and calls them like baby or I wasn't talking about you, sweetie. You know what I mean? Like that attitude. Jeez. I'm also going in with the Butter Blush in the shade Plum Rose. I'm using that new ish Wet n Wild blush brush. So yeah, I mean, when you guys first told me about her and like, hey, you got to do like this Slain shade on her, I was like, oh, you know, I never heard of her before. Some people that you guys recommend, if I've never heard of them before, I take a while so I can watch a bunch of videos and, you know, kind of get like the scoop on them first before I'm going to have an opinion. And so it took me a while with her because it was so hard to get through her videos. And like I said, I'm not trying to be mean because of like her lips. I just feel like, oh my God, she was so adorable before, you know? And like I said, that's up to her. It's just too much for me anyway. And I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I mean, she'll look really good sometimes, don't get me wrong, but then there's other times where her lips are just so big and I feel so bad for saying that, but it really makes me unable to like watch it. I'm going in with this gloss from Gerard Cosmetics called Divalicious. Now, these are really cool. They have a mirror on the side here, and there's a light inside. This actually came in handy the other day when I was in the car with my husband. See? Our light didn't work above us, and I was like, oh, how am I gonna get my lipstick on? Oh, I really like this shade. This is the first time I've used it on the channel too, and I really like it. I'm going in with this Slay All Day setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. This one is in Cucumber. I can't tell if I like this one more or the peach. But, oh, it's so refreshing, so good. So, I find Nicole Concilio a little fake, a little phony, can't really trust her, lacking self-awareness, lacking humility. It's like a carbon copy of like all these gurus. I just don't find that she's that passionate about makeup. I think it's just all about the material things, all about the money, all about getting popular, because that seems to be the only type of shit that she cares about, you know? And like I said, this isn't meant, I mean, I don't hate her, you know, I don't hate anybody. I just, you know, these are just my feelings, and this is the completed look. And like I said, I'm going to try to take a picture of the eyeshadow and see if we can see any little shimmers. But look, I mean, I'm not seeing any like gold little like flecks or anything, so that's pretty disappointing. I'll try it a couple times, a couple different ways of applying it and see if that helps. Otherwise, I'm going to be pretty bummed out because that was like the shade that I really wanted to get this palette for, because I just, other than like a lighter version of it from Kat Von D, whom I don't really use anymore, I don't have a shade that looks like this, you know? So hopefully I can get it to work. But anyway, that's my opinion on Nicole. I'm really sorry if you guys are big fans of hers. I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Before I go, I also wanted to say that I have, obviously, monetized on here. However, all my payments are on hold until I get my PIN number to put in, which I have not received yet. So I'm still sticking by what I said. Once I get the money, which you're not supposed to like disclose how much you make on YouTube, from YouTube. So what I'm going to do is whenever I do get like the first payment, I'll put a poll on Twitter if you guys want me to donate it, if you want me to, I don't know, spend it into the channel, get something to review, and we'll go from there. Because I still want to involve you guys in, you know, how we spend the money from the channel. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I haven't gotten my PIN yet, so I haven't been paid yet. When I am, I'll have everything up there on Twitter. Not disclosing the full amount, because I guess I've heard that you can get in trouble for that, but I'll say, you know, do you want me to donate it? Do you want me to get a certain product? And then we'll go from there, and we'll do a poll, and that's what I'll do with the money. Also, tomorrow is my wedding anniversary. It has been 9 years. I'm gonna put a thread up on Twitter if you guys want me to do a video tomorrow about how I met my husband and all that stuff. I keep trying to get him to do this brow video. He's more into his cryptocurrency right now. But if you guys want to ask me anything, I mean, we dated for 4 months, got married. It's crazy, and we're 9 years. It's insane. So if you guys want to know anything personal about that, you know, I'll put up a little thread, and I could do a video tomorrow, maybe with him if he can get off work, because that would be kind of cool. So thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing, and follow me on Twitter if you feel like it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs.